Why so many people have problems with the Venus Project, and why do they attack it on certain ways? I know I post up a lot of videos on the Venus Project quite a bit to explain different aspects of what the Venus Project is, what it's not, uh, different aspects and different perspectives to help people understand. But this video, I would like to explain to everybody that uh, if you don't do your own research, I know a lot of people do not like to hear that word say, you got to do your own research. It's like against the rule or something like that, or saying that's a horrible thing to say to somebody. I don't know why some people don't like hearing go do your research, but it's very important because if people don't educate themselves, they're not going to learn anything. You can't just look at the Venus Project and say it's a horrible design for the future, or saying, you know, well, that can't work, or that's impossible, or it's communism, or it's uh, this world government that they're going to take over the world and control, enslave people using technology. I don't think it's anything like that, okay? This is not what the Venus Project really is. If you really do your own research and study the Venus Project before you actually make assumptions of what it is. And sometimes people don't really do their own research. They don't take the time to look at free energy economics. Okay, there will be coming a time when we're going to have more better alternative energy sources in the future, more access to electricity. When there's more access to electricity, you can create much more abundance in the world. That's what a lot of people do not understand. When you can create a lot of electricity, all right, with solar, wind, geothermal, you know, those are just naming a few. And see, well, I already said wind turbines, tidal wave power, uh, nanothermal power. I'm not sure if there's one like that. I'm not sure. There's the Bloom box, and there's many other different ones that are out there, different energy sources. And I'm sure sooner or later we're going to have a lot of access to electricity. Right now we just don't because the energy companies they don't want people to have access to electricity. They want to make sure that's way more expensive, so we're paying uh, uh, so much money for this energy today. It's why they're trying to hold back civilization. The problem is they can't hold back civilization because everything is in a constant state of evolution, and the more they restrain and hold back civilization's growth, and the energy companies trying to hold on to the old energy systems, they just can't do it. All right, this is the reason why we need to move in a different direction because uh, no longer can we be on a system of money, debt, and servitude when we have all this access to electricity. Uh, it's artificial scarcity of energy is what is happening today. It's artificial scarcity of electricity is one of the major causes of most of our problems in our society. Without electricity, it's really difficult to run things in your home or run things in your planet and everything else. We just had Earth Hour just a day ago, and everybody turned off the lights for 1 hour. That might help a little bit for boycotting the energy companies for 1 hour, but they make tons of profit, so it's not really going to affect them that much or affect the planet whatsoever because it's not going to be make much of a difference. I mean, if everybody turn off the lights, what is that going to do for 1 hour? It brings people together. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, maybe that's a good thing about Earth Hour. It brought a lot of people together at night so they can dance and sing and hold up their candles and everything else. Earth Hour was great. But let me get back to the Venus Project. If you study and go deep within the Venus Project itself, read Designing the Future by Jacques Fresco. Make sure you read the essays. Make sure you read the facts. Make sure you read everything that's on the website, right, before you make a decision. And then you go back, look on Wikipedia. That's another place you can go to, um, and search for free energy, or I I think it's free energy economics or self-sustaining economics or something like that. I'm not sure what it's called. But the whole idea is to make everybody be more self-sustaining and be very much empowered. We can't empower people in a um, uh, restrictive state where everybody is constricted to what's how much money is in their wallets or how much money is in a bank account. You know, people are restricted to having access to goods and services. And another problem that we do, this is all on a personal level, is that we waste. We waste so much junk all over the place. We have stuff that are just sitting there, trash, bottles, cans, all kinds of plastic. If you just look around you, we have access to all sorts of resources and materials that we can use to build a better society. Do we do it now? No, because we want to continue to waste. We are a wasteful society. Do I waste? I try to recycle everything that I can possible. If I can't recycle it, then I'll have to throw it away. I don't like throwing things away, but I do it because there's no other way of doing it. But I try to recycle cardboard, plastic bottles, yeah, plastic bottles and cardboard. That's what I recycle. Everything else, I have to find a way to either recycle it or throw it away. So what we can do, first and foremost, make sure you're educated on what the Venus Project really is. Then you go back and do some research on capitalism, right, on the monetary system. Because once you start seeing that the entire system itself is corrupt, it creates a lot of headaches, a lot of stress, a lot of fear, and a lot of scarcity, or artificial scarcity, that is. And that's what this system creates. People don't get it because they are trapped within the system. I think what a lot of people have trouble with is they're afraid of trying something different, trying something new, I suppose. And they're afraid of letting go of something old. They're so used to the monetary system of barter and trade, they've never been doing something differently. They've never tried sharing before. They never tried sharing the entire planet with the entire human race because we never tried it before. I mean, it's like if we ever try it, let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, if it screws up, if some people don't want to do it and we can pretty much put them on a separate island and let them play with their bartering and trade, their money, their gold, and let the rest of the world move forward in the old in the new way, the new system. And I think that's what's going to happen because the people up top are going to get kicked out because if they're not going to go along with the evolution of society, they can get kicked out. I think that's what they're going to be doing. Uh, Sorry to say that for a lot of people, but the people up top, they're not. If it's, I'm talking about the ones who are the super rich elite classes up there. If they don't want to go along with sharing the entire planet with the rest of the world, and they want to continue to hoard all the wealth and resources, they would be left on an island themselves, uh, free, free from everybody else, until they decide to come and join the rest of society because that's what's really going to occur when everybody else, wants to move forward with society. You don't have to be on a system of debt servitude. We don't have to be on a system that is creating all kinds of artificial scarcity. But we do because we don't know better. We don't know how to move forward. We don't know how to come up with ideas or all kinds of solutions to our problems. And first, we need to know what the root causes of our problems before we even get into the solutions. So everyone out there, look for the root causes. Search why things are the way they are. If you continue to search, you'll find answers. And I think that's something a lot of people do not understand. If you don't search, you're not going to find answers.